Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Monster Energy Supercross 4. Round 3 of my career mode. Of course we are on the Honda in the 250 East category, and we're going to be here in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium of Atlanta, Georgia. So here we are, waiting for the grids to drop. Qualifying went as planned, and I've picked the middle side of the grid, and the grids have dropped. What a brilliant start that is. The game says perfect start, and I have to agree. Now going on the left-hand side, getting closer and closer to the Kawasaki side on the right there, as we now jump over the big rise, and we get the whole shot just ahead of RJ Hampshire and Chase Sexton. Also, Thurman's there as well, so that's a brilliant start, of course, in a magnificent track. We did this track here on the live stream a couple of weeks ago. Actually, might be more of a month ago now, so I do feel pretty confident on this track. And of course, with the Honda in the 250 East, I do feel really, really good. And I don't know if anyone remembers, but I did end up bumping into that Kawasaki side on the right just a moment ago. So behind Thurman now, he had a great start actually. We got the whole shot, but he soon bullied us around a little bit, and now he's into the lead. We've got Marchbanks there as well. McElrath is behind us. Laruccio is there too. Sexton's ahead of us now as well. Goodness me, we've lost positions left, right and centre just in a couple of corners. And now we're going to have to try and fight back, get back into the groove of the things, and try and remember the lines, because it's been a while since I've actually last played this. I did this video a couple of days ago, and yeah, I felt a little bit rusty after playing so much MotoGP 21 and even Ride 4s. Got picked up in the corner there, bumped the Yamaha sign to the left there. Now getting closer and closer to the triple section, but of course messed that one up. And of course I always say this, that the flow is huge in Monster Energy Supercross, and I have just buggered it up right there. Trying to fight back here as we get bumped wide, and now we are dropping down rapidly down to 9th place, 10th place. Could even go down further down the order if we're not careful, but we will close down Hill and Nichols ahead of us. So Hill is just a little bit further ahead, but we now get ahead of him. That's not a bad entry there, going into that corner. You want to jump over that and really push the bike forwards, so it's into the decline, so then the bike will be pushing downwards. I keep trying to replicate what they do in real life, where they sort of give a little bit of a whip or a little bit of a scrub, but I can't seem to get it right just yet. I'm still toying with the idea of doing it properly, but I'm still struggling a little bit. It seems every time I go for a scrub, I get a little bit too confident and end up making a mistake, as we got ever so close to the bridge section there. And now Nichols ahead of us. Things have calmed down still a little bit. RJ Hampshire behind, so we'll try and chase down the two Yamaha men ahead of us, the teammates. And of course, if we can get closer and closer, we will make a move. So it's Honda versus Yamaha. Beautiful move up on the inside. And now going for the triple section, the double section, everything and nothing, going for it. Beautiful. Straight over the next jump. Now into the tabletop section, carrying about 40 miles per hour as we go around here. Flick it to the left ever so gently, and we will try and chase down Shane McElrath now. Actually, we could go for a lunge there. Do we actually go for it? We made it. I wasn't sure if that was going to actually work, but it certainly did. So we're now on a clean lap. That is a 59.413, so that's a pretty dandy lap from us. I'm quite happy with that one. So we'll now go into the right-hander, get into the berm, follow McElrath. Oh, McElrath's gone really wide. Is he going to try and re-enter the circuit? Oh, he bumped the Monster Energy sign there, and he's still going. So hats off to him. We would have been reset a long time ago, but the AI still has to continue. Now going to the right-hand side, onto the right side of the tyre as well, chucking that right leg out, just try and balance the motorcycle into the corner. Now we're chasing down Chase Sexton, aptly known as Chase. We can get closer and closer to him as we chase him down, as we got brilliant exit there. Brilliant speed picked up following that section, and again following the lines, following it really good now. Getting better and better at this game all the time. Now the Monster Energy Supercross Esports Championship is starting soon. I am going to tip my hat into it and try and get there, but honestly I don't think I'm going to be good enough to actually compete in it. But I'm going to give it my best shot, and I'll do what I can, and I'll probably update you guys along the way. I might even do the time trial challenges first, so then you guys can see how I get on. You have to be in the top 12 of your desired console. For me, I'm on PC. Oh my goodness, a bike just went straight past the screen there. Goodness me, what on earth happened then? But I was going to say, of course, I am on PC, so I'll be utilising Steam's online services. I'll be trying to get into the top 12, but honestly, top 12 is... It's quite an ask, let me tell you. And Monster Energy Supercross and MXGP, the dirt bikes in general, are not my favourite sort of bike. I do love them, I absolutely adore playing this game, I adore watching it. But unfortunately my skills don't lie there as we get ever so close there to Sexton and Marchbanks. That is a beautiful move though. Up on the inside of Sexton, but Sexton comes back again. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant defence from the Honda man actually. As we get closer and closer. This could be another good lap from us as well. We're chasing down Sexton. chasing down Marchbanks. Can't actually tell who's in the lead right now. It's not showing me on the left-hand side of the screen. Hopefully when we get into third place, it'll give us an indication of who that is. So now jump over the big jump. It's Thurman actually who's in the lead. He's up by 5 seconds, which is not a lot in Monster Energy Supercross. Of course, in a MotoGP race or even in Ride 4, etc., any road-style rising, you're well accustomed to 5 seconds being a lot of time. But anything can happen in Monster Energy Supercross. They could just mess up one jump, and then you're right there again. Or you could mess up one jump, and that's it, you're actually down in 10th, even though you were only in 4th a minute ago. So 10 minutes of this session remaining of this main event here in Atlanta, and we get ahead of Sexton and Marchbanks for the very first time, so we're back up to second place. We've not been here since the beginning of this race, and as you can see, it's only 3 seconds to Thurman ahead of us, so Thurman must have made a couple of mistakes there, maybe just a few errors along the way. As Sexton dives with the inside ground, that is beautiful. That's excellently executed there from Sexton as he pushes us wide again. Oh, getting all over the place here, getting a bit out of shape, but we'll dive over the inside. There's a bridge section. Beautiful, and we nailed the jump. Did you see how we went down into the decline? We carried so much more speed by doing that. Much, much better there. Really pleased with how we were performing in this one. Beautiful on the jump. What I did find, I think I mentioned this last time, and I think I might have mentioned this before, but just in case this is your first Monster Energy Supercross video from DrAce, I can't stress enough how much you have to pull back the analog stick when going for the longer jumps. You really have to wrench the analog stick backwards. If you don't wrench it really backwards, you don't get the same amount of lift going up the jumps. So if you're not sure what I'm actually referring to, it's basically here we have a jump. I'm going to push really back on the analog stick and then push forward at the right time to sort of push the weight backwards into the rear tyre, and as the rear tyre lifts over the jump, you push forward on the analog sticks, and then that basically pushes the weight upwards into the air, as if like it's a projectile going upwards. It helps a lot. And now when I first started playing that, I did it, but I didn't do it as pronounced, as like, it's really emphasising the pull. You have to sort of go for it. Sort of here as well, just let go of the accelerations a little bit, push forward on the analog stick, and jump into the decline. So now, second place again, battling with the Yamaha, battling with the Kawasaki, battling with the other Honda. This has been a great fight so far right here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm really enjoying this one ever so much. I do feel like if I can be a bit more consistent, I can chase down Thurman. But of course, at the meantime, it's just waiting for the moment to get past, because Marchbanks and Sexton, the second they see an opportunity, they're fighting back. Speaking of opportunities, that is a beautiful lunge over the inside. We are now back up into second place. We have to stay focused now, get into the rhythm, get into the groove, and chase down Thurman. Surely this time. We've got a great opportunity here, because this is my favourite section of the track. Really quick here as well. So it's looking like, unless, I'm looking at the graphic in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, it did look like Marchbanks was ready to make a lunge. Well, thankfully not this time, but we are getting away ever so slightly. We're going to chuck in a decent lap here. Didn't quite get the decline there, so we now make a little bit of a jump. And then again, that is another minute lap, so that's another clean lap, and it's another fast lap. So pretty good stuff from us, and you can see the flow, you can see the speed, you can see the consistency. It is looking better all the time. So if you compare this to my first MXGP video, or even Monster Energy Supercross, you will notice that I'm never really that consistent. I never nailed the jumps where I wanted to nail them, but I'm feeling better as long as we go, as we keep going. And also upgrading the rider helps as well, because you can upgrade the rider's sort of scrubbing ability, you can upgrade the rider's speed and braking in corners. It helps a lot, but at the same time, it doesn't really help when you're utilising normal bikes, because they've already got all the powers up and everything already. So, but yes, I would recommend the career mode, and I would recommend Monster Energy Supercross, because so far I am really loving it. I did a community post the other day that I was going to just basically leave Monster Energy Supercross behind and focus on Ride 4 and MotoGP 21. Now, the majority of you said yes, go ahead and do that, but here I am making more content for Monster Energy Supercross. I just love the game so much, and I feel like I'd be cheating you guys if I didn't do it. As we get pulled for a cutting the corner there, that is annoying, because RJ Hampshire goes down. As Marchbanks and Grant make collision in that corner again. Goodness me. 6 minutes of this session remaining before the buzzer sounds, and then it'll be just 2 more laps to the end of the main event. So in the next video, I will be introducing the heat races and last chance qualifiers if necessary. I probably won't record them and put them on the video, but I will be doing them myself to try and get into them and to make it a little bit more interesting, because I've only been utilising the career mode's qualifying mode, which basically means no matter where you qualify, you can still start. But of course, in real life, you still have to go through the heat sessions and the last chance qualifiers. Now, if you really did want to see the heat races and the last chance qualifiers, you'd have to let me know. But for the time being, I have only been doing the races because of just time constraints in general. And a lot of content to be doing every day, every week. And obviously most of you guys aren't that big of a fan of Monster Energy Supercross, but I do appreciate all those who still stick around and watch the Monster Energy Supercross games. Or even MXGP for that one. Muddy Mondays in general. We now go head-to-head with RJ Hampshire, and considering that he just went down a moment ago as he made contact with Marchbanks, that's impressive to think he's still back in there, and he's already up to second place. Crashing in this one is not too bad. Like in real life, you'll see them crash and they can still make their way back through the pack. Because of course it's not that long. If it was a massive track, it'd be a bit different. But here, not too much. It's a little bit different. As RJ Hampshire getting raw sideways on board that Husqvarna. Give him 10 points for style on that one. Now into the berm for the left-hander. A little bit of a jump here. You don't want to be going full throttle there. You want to be going just enough to get you over the little bit of a rise, a little bit of a bump. Now into the right-hand side. Pull backwards on those analog sticks. You know the rules. And to the left. Beautiful. Now going towards the bridge section. You can go for that wider line and use the berm. But I find that you carry too much speed and then sort of mess up on the entry. But you can carry enough speed to then take the second jump opposed to taking the first one. So this is the thing about MXGP and Monster Energy Supercross. Of course, I mentioned this before, that MXGP is your longer, wider sort of world circuit tracks, such as like Matterley Basin in the UK, and then moving it across to something like Agueda in Portugal. Different styles of track, different undulation, different lengths. Where more so for here in Monster Energy Supercross, they're all sort of inside arenas, and they're very flow-based, where it's a couple of jumps followed after a couple of jumps, a couple of corners, and then bang, that's your lap. Where that's the difference. But I must say, I'm finding Monster Energy this year more fun than MXGP. Now, past, I've always found MXGP way more fun and way more entertaining than Monster Energy Supercross. But for this year's game, it's the complete opposite. I am really loving this one. I did try and play MXGP a couple of days ago, but ultimately I just wanted to play Monster Energy instead. I'm super impressed with this game. It's so good. As we're going to set the fastest lap of the main event there. There's a 1:59.177. Brilliant stuff from us as it's only 3 minutes remaining as, oh my goodness, Thurman is miles away now. He's 9 seconds ahead. So we're going to go into the right-hander here. Brilliantly done. We're getting closer and closer. And oh my goodness, the controller died. If you can believe it, I was just into my rhythm. I was setting the fastest lap of the main event. I was feeling good. I was feeling confident. And the controller died. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the controller died. DrAce is human. I do make mistakes. I am human. Oh, speaking of human, I made another mistake. Goodness me. Down again. Honestly, I was so miffed when that happened. So miffed, but it keeps the championship entertaining. I guess if you don't want to pretend that my controller died, you could say the engine died. I don't know. Anything. Just give me some, like... just give me some sort of slack on that one. It was totally my fault. You know, when you're playing like PlayStation, you're playing Xbox, it'll give you an indication of how much battery you've got left. Yeah, it doesn't really give you that much indication on Steam. Oh, and goodness me, I've gone down again. We're down to 10th place, ladies and gentlemen. A race that was looking like we were going to be chasing down Thurman and taking the victory from him has now turned into absolute disaster here in Atlanta, Georgia. We will probably not be looking forward to coming back here again, unless we make it a redemption tour. But for the time being, really disappointing race at this point. It was going so well. I was having such a fun and enjoyable race. We had a great battle. And I thought we were going to do the business and chase down Thurman, but unfortunately that did not materialise. We just land on the top of Joe Shimoda. So I don't know if you noticed, but I do have the red plate. Of course, we were the World Championship leader going into this one. Somehow I don't think I'm going to be holding on to that championship lead anymore. The red plate may have to be given to someone else, although Joe Shimoda is just ahead of us, and I do believe he is my closest challenger. So if he finishes just maybe a 1 or 2 positions ahead of us, or if we manage to get ahead of him, we should still be able to keep that elusive red plate. Let's see what we can do as things are getting really difficult now. We have 1 minute remaining. I've just cut the corner again. It's straight back to where you were. You can see I'm getting a little bit tense now, a little bit stressed, losing positions, panicking about the controller. Because, you know, when you've been using a controller for like a good couple of hours because you've recorded like 6 videos, and you feel confident, you feel great, it's nice and warm, it's like having nice warm brake calipers, and then you have to change to another controller that's cold and feels stiff. You just can't get into it again. It's honestly like driving a car when someone moves the seat. It feels weird. It just doesn't, it's not the same. So that's what I'm suffering with right now, is using the white DualShock 4 controller, swapped it over to the red one after the controller died. And if you're wondering how I managed to pause the game, it's because I'm on PC. And obviously I have my keyboard right in front of me, so I just quickly leant across as I realised what happened, hit the escape button, brung on the X controller, he was ready and able to go. And that's, that's how we went for a quick change there, as we completely mess up the flow in that particular corner. So I'm beginning to worry now. I don't think we're going to get into the top 10. And that is going to be a great shame for someone who... Oh, in fact, does that Joe Shimoda just went down? Joe Shimoda is only just a bit ahead of us. The Japanese rider has just crashed once again. So let's see if we can at least chase him down. There's only 2 laps to the end now. We have to be better. We have to be chasing him down. Same as Peters as well. We don't want him to be stealing any points from us. We're going to chase him. We're going to steal those points back because we need that red plate. Everybody wants the red plate. That's what we desire. That's what we're here for. Oh my goodness, carnage ahead. Someone just perished in that corner there. Goodness me, what on earth happened then? So Peters ahead of us, but not for long. I'm right on his rear now. Just you watch after we go over the tabletop section. I'll be right there with him, if not ahead of him. So we now go around the outside. Oh, flick it up on the inside. That is gorgeous. Joe Shimoda's next in our sights. And this could be a decent lap from us. I did try a scrub there. And as you can see, it didn't go as planned. It'll be a 1:03. Not bad. I'm not disappointed with that one, but oh, we got close to the signage there as we give Joe Shimoda a bit of a bump, a bit of a nudge for his troubles. Shimoda going over the wider line over the section. I went for the different line. Shimoda still there. Starling is there as well, getting into the right-hander, but we might be able to get him here. Just wait for the opportunity. Get on the left-hand side. Do we go for a lunge? Oh, we go for a lunge. Beautiful. We are now up into 12th place. Not bad at all. Now ahead of Starling. That's 11th place. Can we get ahead of Nichols and get 10th? Come on. Move it. Move your bum. Oh, my goodness. Starling fought back, though. We get up on the inside. There was contact made there. Big nudge. Really went for him there. I don't think we'll get Nichols because that is a little bit too far ahead now. We'll do everything we can, but no, I think that's it. I think that's your curtains. It's been an interesting one, guys. Not what we wanted, but that is going to be the fast lap of the race on the last lap. It's a 58.3. Not bad for 11th place. So Thurman wins this one with RJ Hampshire and Garrett Marchbanks in 3rd place. And as you can see, we unfortunately did not crack the top 10. We finished in 11th place, which is not good for the championship, but still, we hang on by 1 single point. Garrett Marchbanks into 2nd and Joe Shimoda 3rd. Chase Sexton down to 4th. Colt Nichols further point behind. I mean, look at that as well. The top 8 are covered by 14 points. Top 9 are covered by 19. It's quite impressive when you think about it. But guys, for now, that's going to conclude today's video. Lots more Monster Energy Supercross coming soon, so guys, stay tuned for that one. So upon that note, thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload. And upon that note, guys, thanks for watching, and ciao for now. Oh, hi! Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now, with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.